policy and his son, Hunter Biden. What an incredible coincidence. Almost as if he's trying to obscure and conceal his involvement in Hunter Biden's business deals. The House Oversight Committee asked the National Archives on Thursday for communications involving three of Joe Biden's aliases: Robert Peters, Robin Ware, and J.R.B. Ware. I think he's going to have particular trouble remembering J.R.B. Ware. Hello, it's me, Robin Peters, robbing the American public of taxpayer dollars to keep my son in business. Yes, that's how I can remember that, while I'm robbing the American public while my memory peters out. That's good. J.R.B. Ware. Wait, which one do you use J.R.B. and which one do you use Robin? I'm J.R.B. Robin. Hunter, I got some bad news. J.R.B. just shat his diaper. I hope Burisma don't find out about this. Well, to be fair, Dad, they do deal in gas. Call me J.R.B. I mean Robin. Oh, which one am I now? So it looks like Joe Biden, in order to manage his complex life, has to have a number of special identities. Robin, JRB. Well, if you're going to run as many identities as Joe Biden, you're going to need a lot of support. I'm a person who sometimes has to advertise magnificent products, not least because I've accidentally got myself in a pull-up competition with someone that should replace Joe Biden. Good old RFK, the stacked, jacked, buff, hench candidate for the presidency, has challenged me to a pull-up competition that I'm probably going to lose. Have you been in a situation like that? In order to avoid global humiliation at the hands and huge, massive arms of RFK Jr., I've turned to Black Forest supplements. NMM gets me pepped right up and increases my strength and endurance. Sinstatch with Tonkat Ali, Tonkat Ali, is a natural remedy I use to boost energy and to help me remember all my pseudonyms. And Turkesterone is my favourite. It helps me build my muscle and enhance my performances. Next time you're going mano a mano with a member of the Kennedy family, ask not what you can do for Black Forest supplements, but what Black Forest supplements can do for you. Sorry, mate, that was a good line. Get them down, ya! Ich bin ein Black Forester. Try them out today and use the link below to get a 10% discount. I'm coming for you, RFK. Get ready for the gun show. You're probably soft on gun laws as well, aren't you? The committee sought correspondence between those aliases. That's funny, like they're talking to each other. Robin, I got JRB on line 1. Hello, JRB here. How did you get this number, JRB? Robin gave it to me. Which one, Robin Peters or Robin Ware? Peters, I think. Okay, I've got to go. Hunter's on the other line. I know Hunter's in here somewhere. I can smell gas. Oh no, that was me. The committee sought correspondence between those aliases, Hunter Biden and two of his former business partners, Eric Schwerin and Devon Archer. Only emails involving the aliases and Hunter Biden are presently public due to the publication of contents of a laptop he abandoned in a Delaware repair shop. He should have picked that fucking laptop up again, shouldn't he? That laptop that we were told for ages was irrelevant, that it was Russian propaganda. Everything they don't like is Russian propaganda. I'm going to watch some Russian propaganda. I bet a lot of it's just bad stuff that Bidens have done. Several of those messages suggest Hunter Biden was looped in on preparations his father, in his capacity as vice president, was making for talks with Ukrainian officials in 2016. At the time, Hunter Biden was working on the board of a Ukrainian energy company. In one message from May 26, 2016, for example, Hunter Biden was copied on an email to his father from a staff member who was reminding the then vice president that the following morning he would huddle with staff before a phone call with then Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko. Why is Hunter Biden being copied in on government emails if Hunter Biden's business dealings are not connected to the government? It seems particularly relevant that he's on the board at Burisma and it was a call with Petro Poroshenko, the then Ukrainian president. Wait, is that the president or is that another one of my pseudonyms? Petro, is this you? Yes, this is me, Petro. Are you real or are you a pseudonym? I'm real, I'm the president of Ukraine. Oh, in that case, can my son have a job? Your son's already got a job. What are we gonna do about Robin Peters? You are Robin Peters. Good, good. At least he doesn't know about Robin Ware. Oh, JRB, what am I going to do with these kids? Hunter Biden was not frequently looped into such emails about his father's schedule, presumably only when it was relevant to his business dealings that are definitely not corrupt. I mean, we saw it on CNN. Everyone's got a blind spot. His inclusion on scheduling emails with Robert Peters, his father's pseudonym at that time, appeared to happen on just a handful of dates that corresponded to developments with Ukrainian policy. Almost as if Joe Biden or Robert Peters' scheduling details with the Ukrainian president had some relevance to Hunter Biden and his business dealings. dealings. Joe Biden had already successfully pressured Poroshenko to fire Ukraine's prosecutor, Viktor Shokin, by the time the May 27th call occurred. Shokin had been investigating the energy company that was paying Hunter Biden and his business associates significant money at the time. Luckily, that's the kind of thing that the American voters just don't care about, do you guys? You don't care about a vice president meddling in the internal affairs of a foreign nation that later you go to war in when their son has a job working at a company within that country. That's the sort of thing that makes me, I'm so bored. We've all got blind spots, right, JRB? No, JRB. How did they sack poor old Viktor Shokin? That kind of been an easy conversation. I have some bad news, Victor. I'm afraid you're fired. Why? Who has the right to fire me? Well, it's Robert Peters, Robin Ware, and JRB Ware. But I never hear of any of these people. They're all Joe Biden. Well, at least that explains the stink of farts in this office. In an email between Hunter Biden and Robin Ware, another Joe Biden pseudonym, it's supposed to be so confusing. Joe Biden can't even remember which direction to walk when a speech ends or not to read out the teleprompter information when he's doing a speech. God knows how he coped with multiple pseudonyms. Hunter, you better have a word with Robert Ware. He's furious. Why is that? Because Robin Peters is gonna go through the roof. What's going on, Pop? Don't you talk to me like that, or you'll have JRB Ware to answer through. In an email between Hunter Biden and Robin Ware, another Joe Biden pseudonym, Hunter Biden appears to press for a friend, John McGrail, to land a job he wanted in June 2014, year of the coup in Ukraine, imploring his father to consider McGrail before you fill the position. Call me right away, Joe Biden replied. Wait, McGrail, you're not another one of my pseudonyms, are you? I'm afraid I am. You're still hired! I like the cut of your jib. By the following month, according to his LinkedIn page, McGrail had landed a job as a deputy counsel in the vice president's office and was later promoted to counsel. He's rising through the ranks. Oh, McGrail, he's brilliant. An IRS whistleblower this spring brought forward evidence that investigators had compiled over several years about the extent of Joe Biden's role in the business, including an FBI interview with a former business partner who said discussions were had about cutting Joe Biden in on a Chinese deal if he decided against his 2020 presidential run, and Joe Biden's willingness to stop by dinners to help his son close deals. Wow, I mean, that does seem to be getting quite adjacent to corruption right there. But he did become president, thank God. Archer, another former business partner, told the House Oversight Committee last month that Hunter Biden would frequently put Joe Biden on speakerphone during meetings with his foreign business associates, including some from the Ukrainian company, and confirmed that Joe Biden stopped by in person, or should that say persons, to multiple foreign business dinners. Listen, you've not seen me. If anyone asks who was here, just say old JRB supports this deal, right? Although Robin Peters has some serious questions. It might be corrupt, especially if I do run for president. In addition, emails and bank records show that James Biden, Joe Biden's brother, oh God, there's more of them, also earned substantial income from foreign sources while Joe Biden was vice president, undermining the talking point that Hunter Biden's business was completely isolated from the Biden family. It doesn't look that isolated, does it? But anyway, as CNN told you, there's nothing to worry about because these things are all in the legal system. They're all being investigated by good old David Weiss. Let's have a look at David Weiss's history. What was he doing before he was investigating Hunter Biden? It's not like David Weiss has any previous organisation with Moderna who've had huge profits in the last few years and maybe a shady past. Meanwhile, it's been revealed that US Attorney David Weiss, the special counsel in the DOJ's investigation into Hunter Biden, was previously involved in a Moderna lawsuit in which he defended the massive pharmaceutical company from any liability relating to patent violations. Oh, the US government, on behalf of the Department of Health and Human Services, filed a statement of interest on February the 14th. That's Valentine's Day. Perfect day for a sweetheart deal. That urged the federal court to divert liability for alleged patent violations committed by Moderna to the government itself. Weiss was one of 6 people named on the DOJ's statement of interest. The statement of interest supported Moderna's argument that because its COVID-19 vaccines were made specifically for the government, the taxpayer should bear the liability associated with alleged patent infringements. They're acting like it's a tab on a bar. Yeah, just stick it on my bill. Oh, there's a few patent infringements as well. Put it on the bill. Yeah, don't worry. JRB will pick it up. After the filing of the statement of interest, Moderna both attempted to raise prices on its vaccines and grow its golden parachute. Gold is actually quite heavy. You shouldn't make parachutes out of that. For CEO Stefan Bancel to over $926 million. Oh my God, that's so much money. Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed Weiss special counsel for the ongoing investigation into Hunter Biden's taxes and foreign business dealings on August the 11th. Looks on the page pretty appalling, doesn't it? It looks like there's a set of interconnected interests, a bunch of pseudonyms, synonyms. Pretty plain evidence that Joe Biden, to some degree or another, at least supports and is perhaps significantly involved in Hunter Biden's business dealings. The mainstream media is reporting on it in a way that's akin to hypnosis. The voters don't care about that. We've all got blind spots when it comes to having multiple lying identities, getting involved in our kids' business dealings. What is the best offering they could give you at this point? Oh, it's just the way things are. This is the way government is. That's precisely the problem. If this isn't corruption because they can sort of weevil their way through it, if they can nitpick their way through the various crosshairs and tangled thickets of what appears to be corruption to a normal person, that's even worse. That shows how deeply corrupt the system itself is, that it affords this level of corruption without consequence. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. JRB, Robin Peters, Robin Wares. I want to hear from all you guys. I want the first 10 comments all to be from Joe Biden. If you enjoyed this video, have a look at either of these. Remember, we make a show every single day. Listen to all of our podcasts. There's a link in the description so you can listen to this stuff while you're carrying on about your hopefully not too corrupt business dealings. More important than any of that is, if you can, please stay free.